Hello, we are live. Welcome to our Live in the Business Squad. I'm coming to you from home. I started at the office, but I needed to leave the office as people are coming to look at it. It's on the market. And so I was happy to say, yes, I will go home and do my live from there. So fantastic. I know lots of you are going to be joining me. I know some of you are going to just jump in later, so that's cool. We are going to go ahead and get started. A lot of the information we're going to go over is stuff that we went over at the workshop last week. So if you didn't make the workshop last week, this will be a good info session for you. This information today is based on the 10-hour freedom formula. 10-hour freedom formula. Woohoo! I believe that sometimes we all make business too complicated and we can do a lot of things in 10 hours. And so the 10-hour freedom formula is a system and a process to help you build and grow your business, market your business in 10 hours a week. Because a lot of us have a lot of hats and we need to be efficient. And you guys told me you wanted freedom. And you want the freedom that a business can bring, and you probably have to wear other hats, and so you need it to be efficient. And I believe we spend some time wasting time, and so when we can get efficient and do things on purpose, for purpose, on purpose, then we can get a lot done fast. And so I'm going to go through some information today that is going to show you how to get clients, and what to do to grow your business. And so a lot of you know I have started a membership group called the 1010 Impact Club. We are in the founder building method right now, or mode. And so anybody that gets in there now will be a founding member. It's a cheaper price. I will share with you at the end how to get signed up for that. But we dive into this process and method every single week, and there's tons of information in there, hours of training in regards to it that you can really digest in bite-sized pieces and grow your business. I believe in data over drama and proof, right? And so we want proof of what we're doing, because that's what's going to get us where we want to go faster. We don't want to be guessing at what we're doing. We want to do it with purpose. And so a lot of that is in the group, the 1010 Impact Club. The beauty of the group has been, hey Amber, I see Amber's joined us. It has opened up the types of people that I'm helping, which has been so fun. Lots of coaches, consultants, and financial advisors. Obviously, that has been my bread and butter in my coaching program for years. Particularly financial advisors, but now coaches and consultants for the last year. So been doing that, have a consistent, solid system that works to grow those businesses. And now other people have come along that are doing membership groups, as I'm starting a membership group also, and training under somebody that's amazing to do that, and sharing all I learn. And we have people that are doing principles, or low ticket things, I'll call them. So things that are $12 and under a month. And we've got people hanging out doing that. So I'm going to cover all of that today as we go through, at least at a high level, so that everybody that is jumping on and saying hello and listening in and wants to grow their business will have stuff they can take away with them to get started absolutely right away. And so I'm going to start off with one simple concept: one offer, one platform. One offer, one platform. So if you are starting a business, I want you to think of your number one offer, and I want you to think of your number one platform. You're going to hear me talk about Facebook a lot, because there's a lot of beautiful things about Facebook, including automations, including groups, including it's huge, and there's a lot of people on there. A lot of us have ideal clients that are there. And so it lends itself well, but you don't necessarily have to use Facebook. We need to be intentional with whatever platform you are using and work within the algorithm of that platform. And so I can't go into all of them today. I think they all have pros and cons. I'm going to lean on Facebook, because that seems to be where we're having the most people have the most luck. And we have a super consistent system that works. And I believe in rinse and repeat, right? Do the same things over and over again that work. And that's what gets us growing businesses quickly. So one offer, one platform. As you're sitting here, I want you to think about that. You're here today if you need more clients, and you want them with low effort, right? Like I want a system that I can get more clients, help more people, and I want it to be consistent, and I want to have confidence in it. And so that's exactly what we're gonna talk about today. The first thing I want you to do is do the math. Do the math. So if you, on that one offer, if you want to make X amount a month or X amount a year, whatever number you want to work, it doesn't matter. How much of that do you have to sell? And we're going to dive a lot into pipeline today, the pipeline of client, cold lead, how we find them, where we find them, to closed business. And so if we know what we want for income and we know what our offer sells at, we can tell how many clients we need. And if it's not a realistic number, then we know we need to pivot. If it's something that's going to take years to ramp up, then we need to think about that. But what is that number you want to make a month or a year, whatever you choose? What is your offer? And divide your offer into that number, and that'll tell you how many clients you need. So an example would be if you want to make $100,000 a year and you sell a product at $47,000 a month, if you want to make $100,000 a year and you sell a product at $47 a month, so like a membership group at $47 a month, you want to make $100,000 a year, you need 182 clients. So can you run a group with 182 clients a month in it? Yep. Totally possible. Is it going to take some time to ramp it up? Probably. But at least you've got in your mind a target number. Okay, I need to generate a program that's going to bring those people in. Now that may not be what you want. Maybe your goal is, I really want to make more like 4,000 a month. Well, then you need less than that, right? Like 50 members in a group would get you to that 4,000 a month, roughly. If you have, this is when the math really comes into place. If you have low ticket, like you're selling something for $10 a month, and maybe it's reoccurring, which is great, and maybe it isn't. Like, how many of those do you have to sell to get to your target amount of revenue? So start there, because that is going to build your pipeline. An example, if I need 182 people in my membership group, I can't be doing sales calls with them to get them in there, because I would be doing an inordinate amount of sales calls. Now, high ticket, right? And at the end of the day, high ticket is the fastest way to revenue. And no judgment on any of them. They're having success in all categories. So no judgment on any. But if you are selling high ticket, maybe it's 10,000 a month. We'll just use that. That's high ticket. You would only need to pick up one new client a month for a year, and you would be at 100,000. Easier, right? Like the math is easier on that. Like that's one client, you go all in, you get the one client. So pick what works for you. You're going to do a lot more sales calls, discovery calls. If you're doing something at $100,000 price or $10,000 price point, if you have high ticket, $10,000 price point per client, you're going to do a lot more sales calls than if you have something that's $47 a month. So when you build your pipeline, think about how many you need and what it's going to take to get there. So do the math first. That's what I'm saying. So let's dive into the 10-hour freedom formula. I wanted to share those things because we've been talking a lot about that stuff in my office lately. And so I hope you can see this. I don't know. It doesn't matter. If you can't, we'll be all good. So the 10-hour freedom formula. The first thing is vision and viability. So I believe, and you don't have to believe what I believe, but I believe we get our vision from God. I believe we have a purpose for being here. There's something planted in your heart and your soul, and you have the skills and the ability, God-given skills and ability to help with it, and that is your vision. Now, we have a vision. We get hung up because it's like, how do I know this is going to work? How do I know I can make money at that? That's when viability comes in. And we learn in the 10-hour freedom formula how to research what other people are doing. And we don't copy, we model, but we go out to the beautiful World Wide Web and see what other people are doing. And there's a process for it. I can't dive into all of it, but we come up with thumbs up or thumbs down. I'll tell you, is it a good idea or is it not a good idea? And sometimes it's a great idea, but we need to pivot a little bit. So if we're selling low ticket, okay, you sell one at a time at $10 a month or $1 a thing, right? That was another one that came up last week. Like, we have to scale that. So then it could go to either business to business, or you somehow create a sales force, a group of sales people under you that are doing it, that are invested in it and also selling it. So there's different ways around that. So just because we come into something and it's like, ooh, the viability is not there, like that's okay. How else do we pivot to make this work? So vision and viability. So you want to check and make sure it's viable. If you see other people doing it, this is a good thing. This is a thumbs up. You want competition. The likelihood that you're going to go out and create something that nobody else has ever created is very slim. Like you are probably going to find other people doing the same thing, and that's exactly what you want, because that means people are spending money on it. It's a viable thing. The next thing is ideal client. And I feel like in this beautiful coaching world that we're in, there's a lot about ideal client. And I get it. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it today, but I am going to reiterate why it's important. If we do not niche down on who we help and serve, we can't talk to them. We can't get the marketing language out to them, to connect with them, to say, look, I can help you. I'm here, right? Like you're my person. I can help you. If we don't know who we help and serve, and we think we want to help and serve everybody, then that gets us. We need an ideal client. And then the newer we are to something, the more ideal or more niched, as we call it, more niche down we need to go. So if you're struggling to get clients, it's likely that you need to niche down. Don't go broader, go more narrow. Don't go broader, go more narrow, and you can help more people. You'll connect more with people. In the ideal client portion of the training, we talk about a help statement and an impact statement. And what those are is it's clear language that speaks to your ideal client. We write them and we use them over and over again. This is one practice that helps us stay to the 10 hours a week, that helps us to be super efficient. We want to be able to have something that speaks to people, we know it works, and use it again and again. Don't recreate the wheel when it comes to your marketing messaging. You need to find something solid that's absolutely perfect, that speaks to their pain points. People get hung up. They don't want to talk about pain points. You got to speak to their pain point. So if you're listening to this and you happen to be in the 10/10 impact world and you've got access to those modules, go listen to I think it's like 10 minutes long. It's going to show you how to write that language for your ideal client. It's going to give you an exact format. We can't go over it today, but go there, listen to that, and write it. I wrote mine for my financial advisory practice when I had one. I wrote mine and I had the same one for years. How does that sound? How would you love to have marketing for years? Or that simple statement when somebody says, tell me what you do. I help people with, and you have this beautiful statement that's short, that rolls off your tongue, that you can share, and you say the same thing for years. Do you think your business is going to grow? Or if you have a statement that says, hey, hey, my perfect client, I hear your pain points are X, Y, and Z, and this is how I help you. Would you like to talk? Or are you curious? Or do you know anyone? However you end it, that's all laid out. It's based on pain points. And none of this is guessing. It is a system that works. And so ideal client, niche way down, don't go broad, right? The more narrow, the better. Now, if somebody wanders in and they don't happen to be your ideal client, are you going to help them? Absolutely, because there's something there that drew them in, and you can help them. That's okay. We still help them, but we need to have marketing and language that speaks to the exact right person. And people will call me and they'll say, when you said, like, and a big one for me is like the 300 list, right? Like, it's exhausting to make a list of your top 300 friends and family and call them and ask them to do business with you. Oh, it's painful, right? People hear that and they're like, oh yeah, I don't want to do that, right? Because it speaks to them. It's just a really good example. It's very niched on that. People that aren't coaching, consulting, advisory, that's not going to speak to them. Particularly financial advisors, we do a ton of that, right? And so the more niche, the better. Okay. The next thing we're going to talk about is offer. Offers are broken into all sorts of different categories. So the offer module has a ton of stuff in it, a ton. The one thing I want you to sit on and think about that you're not going to hear everywhere else you go, your offer is how you help and serve. I want you to put that first. The money will come. The money will flow. We will be in abundance. We're meant to live in abundance, and we will be in abundance. The problem is we show up and we think about the numbers and it gets in our way. What I want you to think about when you think of offer, I want you to think about, how do I help and serve? What is that pain point out there that people have that I can show up with and help and serve? So, like, I've had some beautiful moments the last couple days, and some of you are probably listening. People will bring business stuff to me and they're like, I'm doing this and it's just not working. And I'm like, oh, do this. Like, your business idea is amazing. Like, your product is absolutely amazing. We got to connect to different people. We got to just change what we're doing a little bit. Just the offer, keep the product, change the offer. And that's fun for me. Like, I get excited because I'm like, I see it working. And people are like, that's really weird, Heather. I'm like, I know, but that's how it works for me. Because I love business. Like, I've always loved business. I don't know if people know that. And we're on live. So now I've started the story. I have to finish what I always say. I carried a briefcase to kindergarten. I loved business. I read mutual fund books when mutual funds were brand new on the market. Like, I love everything about business. And so when people share a business idea with me, I get super, super excited, sometimes too excited. And I see things. I'm like, do this, right? And so that's a gift I have that I love. It comes so naturally for me. And other people are like, how do you do that? Like, how do you do that? I love that. So that will be, whatever you're doing will be something you absolutely love. It lights you on fire and it's simple for you. I want some of you to get grounded in that. Your offer will be helping other people and it's going to be so simple for you. You're like, I can't believe that helps people that much. Like, it just comes so naturally for you. You don't even know it's your gift. Everybody around you can see the gift in you, but you don't know it's your gift because you just can't see it yet. Because it's so natural for you. And we make it too complicated. Your offer is going to be so simple for you. So simple for you. So how do you help and serve people? Think of that as the foundation of your offer. The other thing I want you to think about with offers is confused minds never buy. Confused minds never buy. I literally say that every single time when I look at somebody's formal offer written up. I'm like, confused minds never buy. Is this crystal clear? And if it's not crystal clear to you and it doesn't roll off your tongue, it's not going to be to them. You want to make it super easy and super simple. We have a worksheet you fill out for your offer. Let's talk about that. So we have a offer process where you build rapport, and I'm using a sales call for an example. If you do sales calls, because a lot of times we do, particularly high ticket, which we know is the fastest way to the most revenue, because people get more help. More you pay, the more help you get. That's how it works, right? And so high ticket, you're going to do discovery calls. When you do discovery calls, there's a process for all of the information you need to share back and forth. And it's all about the client and where they're at in life and what they need, right? It's all about them. It's not about you. And then we get to a point where we use our sales deck. And so that's when we share our offer. And so that tends to be what most people think about with the offer, which is super important. That offer is super important. But there's all the stuff that we need to get to first. And honestly, when I share my sales deck, I would say 99 out of 100 times people will say, tell me like how you help people. Tell me how much it costs. Tell me what it looks like. I'm not going in. There's nothing worse than having to sit through a sales conversation when you don't want it. Like, that's awful. So don't be that person. Use the system. Again, all in the modules for 1010 Impact Club, but I'm planting some seeds, right? So you can be thinking about it. How am I going to roll out my offer? Your offer, when you do your discovery call, should feel like Groundhog Day. Like, you should do the same thing over and over again. When I first got into coaching, when I first hired my first coach, I needed confidence and I needed a sales process that was congruent with who I am. And I got that, and I took my sales process and I put it on my mirror at home in the bathroom, and I put it on my desk, and I read it every single day at least 2 times, and probably closer to 5. Just read through it, just went through it in my mind, right? Because it was like Groundhog Day. I said and did the same thing every time. That is good service. That is how you help people. That's not salesy slick sales, because we're not showing up like that. We want eloquent sales processes that are congruent and helpful and serve, and that's what that is. Okay? All right. So that is the offer. I want to talk about the pipeline, because that's what I want to talk about. So we're going to, okay, so we have offer and then we have market like a pro. And so we're going to offer and we're going to market like a pro yet. So you guys know that. All right. Are we hanging in there, guys? Hopefully this will come off. If you're joining me now, it's fabulous having you here. We are talking about how to get clients consistently in 10 hours a week to build and grow your business. And you are here at the absolute perfect time if you're just joining, because we're talking about pipeline. So pipeline, you do not want a leaky pipeline. I used to call it a funnel, which I still think is an accurate term, but I think ClickFunnels took over the word funnel and everybody thinks of the technology now. And if you work with me, you know, you do not need a lot of expensive technology. As a matter of fact, if you don't remember anything from today, if there's a roadblock in your way in your business, get rid of it. If it's technology, get rid of the technology. There should be no roadblocks. There should be nothing expensive. If you're sitting there and you're like, I can't launch until I have a website, you don't need a website to launch, right? So whatever's in your way, and if you're like, Heather, I have to do this, and like you could even message me and I'll be like telling you how to not, right? Like how to not let it be in your way. Another thing that gets in people's way is doing live videos like this. I love doing live videos like this. It is a great way for me to help and serve people. It's fun for me. There's nothing else I'd rather be doing right now than hanging out with you guys. But I also realize this isn't for everybody. So you don't need to do live videos either. People spend tons of time doing live videos and they're like, I watch them, it makes me sick. I'm like, don't watch them and don't do them. Like, do something else, right? Like there's so many ways to connect with clients. And so if there's something in your way, get rid of it. Okay? Don't do it. Do something else instead. Pivot. So, all right, now we're going to talk about pipeline. Pipeline is how you go from cold leads to closed business. And this is going to be really rough today because I have bad handwriting anyways. And then it's moving. So anyways, that's all right. Closed business. Okay. So we want to go from cold leads to closed business. And how do we do that? So up here, you're going to have how you connect with people. And the one thing that we're going to talk about today up here is lead posts. And lead posts answer the issue of how do I post in other people's groups and not get kicked out? Because I know that post and pray does not work, where we just start posting in our own groups. We need posts in our groups about what we do because people are going to look you up and want to find out what you do. So we need that kind of stuff, but it's not drawing people in. We need to draw people in. So how do we draw people in? Lead posts is number one. Number one. And this is what we're going to talk about today. But you know, there's lead magnets. I've had a lot of set it and forget it lead magnets. The other day I came in and I had 44 new people emails. And I'm like, email address. I'm like, that's liquid gold. How did that happen? It was lead magnets I had put out there a long time ago. People are they're just out there yet. So you can have a lead magnet. You don't have as much control over other things like lead posts. You have 100% control over your lead posts. They're quick, they're fast, but you can do other things too. Lead magnets. Those are the two that are coming to my mind. You may think of other things. So how do we connect out here? So we figure it out. So we go from a lead post. A lead post is nesting. And we're doing the market like a pro stuff while we're going through here. Nesting is when you go find Facebook groups. Remember I said I was going to talk about Facebook. You go find Facebook groups where your ideal clients hang out. And you go hang out. And it's a lot of fun because that's where your ideal people are. And you like your ideal people. And if you don't like your ideal people, then pick different people. You need something different. We want to build something we absolutely love. So this thing about like you go into Facebook groups where your ideal clients are and you hang out and you get to know them and you comment on their stuff and you introduce yourself and you're nesting. Introducing yourself with a picture of you and talking about who you are and not saying buy my thing. That's the problem. People get so hooked into a call to action. We've been taught every post needs a call to action. You know, if you can do a call to action, do a call to action. But you cannot do a call to action in these other groups because they're not going to post it, right? So we need something that doesn't have a call to action. It's a lead post. And a lead post is simply calling out and saying, hey, you're my ideal client. Let's have a conversation. Basically, it's all it is. It's just having them bubble to the top so you know who they are. So you nest, you find groups, and I always say 3 to 5. which does not mean 1 and it does not mean 20, right? People are like, oh, I'm going to do all these groups. You're going to lose track. You're going to lose track. You're not going to follow up. The worst thing you can do is a lead post and not follow up, because here you just shouted out to all these people, hey, let's have a conversation. Like, are you interested? Like, maybe we should know each other. And then they say yes, and then you say no, like, or you don't respond at all, right? And so you need to nest in 3 to 5 groups. So go find 3 to 5 Facebook groups. If there's already lead posts in there, that's a good sign. Doesn't have to be, but you want to find those groups. So now, what is a lead post? A lead post, I'm going to tell you, and you're going to be like, oh, I've seen those. If you go to the Business Squad, you'll see mine. I post mine in there quite a bit. If you're in the 1010 Impact Club, you know they're in the, I post all of them in that group, so you can see them. It's an art, not a science, and it's a post that is not salesy, but it's hitting on a point of interest for your ideal client. So the one that started my whole thing back in October was, did you know there's 2,850 small business, government small business grants? Did you know there's 2,850 government grants for small businesses? That's what it was. Government grants for small businesses. Curious. That's all it was. A statistic. Did you know there's 2,850 government grants for small businesses? Curious. And it goes on a plain post, no logo, nothing, right? The plainer the better, just a big, like the big square color, like blue, purple, whatever you pick that's on the list, and letters. And that's it. And that fosters interest. So anybody that had a small business that was interested in maybe getting some funding said, yeah, I'm curious, in the comment section. Tell me more. How'd you find them? Somebody tried to sell me a process to get them, right? Like, and you're like, well, I don't sell a process. I'm having a pop-up. I'm going to tell you how to find them for free. So you do a post like that, and then you friend everybody, and you comment, and you have a conversation. And my famous saying that went a little almost viral on YouTube the other day is, don't be weird. Don't be weird. Be normal and just have a conversation with them. And if there's a point, like the other day, there was somebody that was like, I don't understand what a subscription group is. I'm like, I'd love to tell you what a subscription/membership group is, but I didn't want to do it right there. Like, I'm like, let's go to the DMs. I want to learn more about what you do, right? So you get them moved to the DMs, but you want to do a lead post that's going to call out to your ideal clients. I've had up to 600 leads from one post. So you want to do those. I do them in 3 groups all at the same time. You post them out there, and then you follow up. You send friend requests. My funnel from posts, lead posts, is to a group. So I do a Facebook group, Business Squad. Y'all know that. You're here right now. And here I can connect and provide more value like we're doing today, right? I'm providing value. So I have a free Facebook group. And then right now, for my free Facebook group, we go to my paid membership. Now, once in a while, somebody is like, Heather, I need more help than just the paid membership. I'd like coaching. And I'm like, okay, well, I love to do coaching, and I have a 90-day program that's going to show you how to generate revenue. So let's have a discovery call. So then it's a discovery call to them. But if you're just going to my paid membership, you can just click on the link today and get signed up. So that is the pipeline. And the secret sauce of that's probably the most new to people is the lead posts. So any kind of statistic. Did you know that, 2 out of 3, this was another one. Did you know that 2 out of 3 women entrepreneurs delay starting a business by more than 3 years? Why? Curious. Did you do this? What advice would you have? Any of those things, right? Just to start a conversation. So, yeah, it's that easy. It's that awesome. So a lead post. So I do a lead post on Monday. I do a motivational post on Tuesday, and then I see how it goes. And if I've got my numbers that I'm trying to hit, I will be good. If I don't, then I do another lead post on Wednesday. So get in the room, get in the Business Squad, check out the examples. Of course, I will put the link here. If you are ready to get serious about this and you want to dive in more, you're like, tell me more about this system. Tell me more what to put in the lead post. Tell me more about finding the right groups, like all that stuff specific for you. You will absolutely get that information in the 1010 Impact Club. So bring your questions there. Join the membership group. That gives you the opportunity to have Q&A with me twice a month. We have a branding coach in there and we've got modules in there. So that's going to tie up the loose ends. But hopefully this gave you the right information to be able to start just going forward in the right direction. There's a bunch of action takers on this call. I'm excited to see you guys here. You're doing fantastic. You're gonna kill it. It's great being in that room with people with that energy that are building businesses and helping and serving other people. And to have those aha moments, we've had a couple of them this week where people are like, totally changed their title and they're going to help so many people. They've just went deeper with what they're doing and how they're serving. And it was a process to get there. So, yeah, that's what I have. I'd love to open up to questions, but we're live here and the questions just don't work when I'm live. Hopefully this was helpful for you. Join the 1010 Impact Club. We'd love to have you. It's free for 7 days, so you can get in there and check it out, see what you think. The next Q&A is next week. We have a Q&A in the evening. We're going to try that next Thursday night. So get in the Q&A, ask your questions. I'd love to just talk through exactly what your business idea is, and we'll get you on the right track. So this was super fun, guys. It's been 30 minutes, so I'm going to log off, and you have a beautiful, beautiful day.